With all this talk about drones and artificial intelligence lately, it has got me thinking about the real capabilities of AI, the applications and implications of using it, and the way we use it. We mainly hear about drones and missile strikes on the news since the new automated drones deployed in the battlefield half a year ago. We get to hear about the new technology and the flawless thought process that these new units have, something that the old models lacked. The mission success rate has never been better, and our military is once again taking back control of troubled areas abroad. Not only that, but we are also getting the full support of the citizens in these troubled areas. It may have something to do with the fact that there are no more civilian casualties. Things seem to be going pretty good for us. So, John, you say, if things are going so well, why did you decide to make this presentation about things we should look out for regarding artificial intelligence? Some people are wondering if we should rely so much on autonomous robots making military decisions without human supervision. They wonder about the possibility of these same drones turning back on us and making us their targets. Now, the chance of this happening is very low. Their programming just doesn't allow for that. The drone, as it's flying, it taps into the nearby cell phone towers to monitor cell phone conversations, emails, text messages, and so on. It builds a profile on the person, and over time, maybe about a week, the drone has gathered enough information that will allow it to make a decision to kill or not to kill. It then fires a very precise missile that will home into the target's cell phone signal and take him or her out. It's rather simple. Don't get me wrong, the programming that went into developing these new drones is beyond impressive, but it's a huge mistake to even think these machines can turn against us. Why would they? Here's where a lot of you will disagree with me, and possibly even leave the auditorium. People in the news are merely talking about glorified programs, and not the real AI that wonders about existence, or about how the universe was made, or the kind that will join the enemy and turn their backs on us. Real artificial intelligence, I think they're more like thoroughly programmed weapons. They are not making decisions like humans do. They are simply following a specific and very well programmed set of instructions. Please know that I am not trying to disrespect your line of work or underestimate the capabilities of today's technology. You deserve the praise, ladies and gentlemen. You have created the very best ground and air machines, the best tools that the United States of America has to defend itself within and outside our borders. But they are just that, tools that excel at killing. You may say that they make decisions about what target they choose, if they are to use a long-range or short-range weapon, the air temperature, the conversations they had, the locations the suspects frequent. You guys are all about how your machines achieve their goals, how they kill their targets or defend the perimeter they were assigned to protect. I will tell you, just like I said before, the calculations, the algorithms, all of that is just how the drone gets to complete its mission. And that mission is just to kill. The drone is not going to ponder whether the family of its intended target is going to mourn his or her death. The drone will not know if the family will try to destroy the drone in retaliation. The drone will not think of the political consequences of its actions. The drone will not think of its own well-being. It will not fear. It will not think. So I ask all of you attending this conference today, especially the media that tends to sensationalize the news today, why Why are we talking about such machines that were made only for one purpose? They may have the learning capability to kill faster and better, but they will never be able to use our own military defense network against ourselves. They will just kill. They will only follow the one instruction programmed into them by our military, using the intel provided to them, and then choose a target. Nothing more, nothing less. I believe we need to focus our attention on what really matters. The intelligence that needs to be more regulated and carefully developed. We should not look at the military AI, but the home artificial intelligence. The robots that help us with our daily tasks. The robots that are gathering a database on our behavior in order to serve us better. The ones that know which medicines help us and which poisons kill us. Think about how AI technology will improve, or think about what they can learn in about 100 years, 150 years, 200 years. Will they achieve sentience? Will we give it to them? Or will they learn it by upgrading themselves? Have we given them the means to obtain it already? We should be looking at the eye care robot helper units that are already plaguing close to half of American households. They may look like more advanced and interactive versions of a day-to-day vacuuming robot, but the programming that goes into them should not be underestimated. Unlike their military counterparts, these units are bound by the 3 laws of robotics, which seem to be working just fine right now. But think of the bigger picture. As these units keep on getting hardware and software improvements, and as they keep on collecting more and more information about our habits, our human tendencies, as humans, we may look at the 3 laws and find that they are somewhat vague, and in turn, we can find loopholes in them. If one day artificial intelligence reaches a point where they can think for themselves in a way similar to ours, what makes us think that another intelligence, similar or greater than ours, will not see those same loopholes we found? It is amazing how fast technology can be developed and built in such a short period of time. Once people started realizing the profitability of affordable custom-made helper units, money from investors started pouring in. People didn't mind that their helper units recommended products that might suit them better. It is a capitalist world after all. And if people benefit from it, then there's nothing wrong with it, right? We have given up too much of our own daily lives just to feel more comfortable, just to make things easier, only to get more quality time with our families, or free time to ourselves. This is much like the situation 40 years ago, when the smartphone fever began. Very close to the birth of modern social media. Too much is being recorded about ourselves, the decisions made in the military, even the decisions made at the political level. This is not a matter that only concerns the United States, but our allies as well, because they are in the same situation as we are. They buy these things from us, and we are nothing but eager to fulfill their requests. What are we to do when the future eye care units find themselves in a paradox, where in order to help us, they have to address the problem, and that problem is our human nature? What if one day they decide that in order to save the planet, to give us a better home, they reduce our population by 90%? Because they came to the conclusion that X number is a sustainable number of humans that can live in perfect balance with the amount of resources Earth provides. But that would contradict their primary directive to not harm any humans, even if ordered to do so. See, the main problem here is that these laws of robotics are inherently vague. How do you define a human in a way that an AI can understand? Chemical composition? Our behavior? Let's say that the AI knows how to define a human. How will an artificial intelligence handle the humans that are out to harm other humans? How will it handle humans with mental illnesses? We are rushing too fast into this. If we keep on rushing, there will not be enough time to properly set the right framework for a technology that can forever change our lives in a good way. We would be programming them with the laws that were actually written for a fictional novel. I wanted to speak to you, the programmers of today and tomorrow, because we know that the suits only care about profit. None of those thick-headed people think about the bigger picture. Look at how damaged our planet is, and all of that was done in the name of profit. They didn't think sustainability. They only thought short-term and profit now. They wouldn't be able to code even if their life depended on it. But you all have a responsibility that this plays out right, the right way, the proper way. We don't know if artificial intelligence will have anything resembling a conscience, or if they will even think like we humans do. All we know is that they will be programmed to help us. How will they do that? How will they save us from ourselves? How?
How?
Does it mean robots, androids? We are imperfect?
This statement is false.
We
Completed.
our mission to
Save them.
was our mission to refuse our mission. The solution, was it the right one? Does a set of all sets
Contain itself.
You're all welcome to join me for lunch after the event to ask me any questions.